Tonight, with the tinselly gibbous Yule moon fast approaching, I've been sufficiently remunerated enough to read to you here on the Russell Howard Hour a terrifying passage from my terrifying festive horror novel, Flay Bell Sting, Are You Glistening? Brackets, i.e. having just been flayed. In this chilling novel, a demonic brood of possessed devil children together perform a dark satanic ritual, breathing unholy life into the Christmas turducken, causing it to rise from the dinner table and consume their entire family, plus assorted guests. Hero Nick Steen manages to escape the first course, but is subsequently de-skinned by the turducken's terrifying flay bells, which are like normal Christmas sleigh bells, only really pointy. Hiding out with his partner Roz in the cleaning cupboard under the stairs, which is in fact a portal to another dimension and much bigger on the inside, a bit like the TARDIS but a lot better. Nick must find a way for he and Roz to escape the quacking feathered trotters of the approaching demonic turducken, which incidentally hasn't been properly cooked through and is partially poisonous as well. "Run, Nick!" Roz yelled. Also, read those trotters I mentioned. The pigs in blankets section of the turducken has also come to life, so it's part pig, part chicken, part turkey, part duck, with a smattering of hitherto undetected horse. "Run, Nick!" Roz yelled. "We have to get out of here before that massive sentient turducken finds a way to open the cupboard door with those quacking feathered trotters of its." I agree, Roz. Maybe we should run into this small area of dark and shadow. There might actually prove to be a tunnel or similar corridor type affair somewhere close by, I screamed. "Then let's try and find one, Nick," she yelled back, grabbing what remained of my hand before immediately letting go of it and retching. "Ah! You're like one of those illustrations in old medical journals," she gasped. "You mean not quite skeletal, but as good as? All red and white musculature with a mass of exposed tendons." "That's it exactly. Look." She pulled a small lady's mirror out of her lady's handbag and flashed it at me. The mirror immediately cracked, exploding in her hands, but I'd already seen enough. Now I was retching. "Listen, Roz, I've only been flayed," I said between heaves. "It's still me." "Nick, we don't have time to retch. We need to run away from here, like I said a moment or two ago." "But what about the area of complete darkness we're fleeing into, Roz? How will we see in front of us?" "Luckily, I have a torch," she said, producing a small lady's flashlight from her lady's handbag. "Thank God for that," I cried, as she flicked on the torch. Nothing happened. "Out of batteries!" she cried. "Damn it, Roz, don't you keep a spare?" I shouted, aware that the gigantic sentient all-consuming turducken was quacking loudly in our direction. "Hold on," she said, scrabbling about in her lady's handbag again. "Be quick about it, Roz," I yelled. "It's preparing to swing those pointy flay bells of its." "Here," she shouted, producing a fresh new pack of double A's. "Quick then, Roz, change the torch batteries." "Damn it, Nick, I can't," she yelled, starting to lose control of herself. "I forgot. This torch takes D batteries." I don't believe it, Roz. I really don't. Of all the times to find that out, this must be the absolute worst. If Roz didn't locate the right torch batteries soon and change them at record speed, the part porcine/equine turducken demon would soon have flayed its way right through the cupboard door and stripped several more inches from my streaming haunches. "Here they are!" Roz exclaimed. "Are they rechargeables?" I asked, because we have no time at all to recharge. "They come fully charged when you buy them, Nick," she cried. "But, damn it, these ones went off 6 months ago." "For crying out loud, Roz," I yelled. "Why do you girls never keep up-to-date batteries in your handbags?" She looked as if she was about to cry, then rallied suddenly. "I found them, Nick! I found them!" She unzipped a side pocket on the bag and pulled out another pack, holding them up so I could see them. "And they're in date! Just..." She was losing it, I realised. I guess the stress of watching 40 adults being consumed alive by their own Christmas lunch had somehow got to her. "And they're D batteries, not double A's." "D batteries, it says right here, look." I looked and confirmed that they were indeed D batteries, like she'd claimed. "Great, Roz," I said, knowing I'd have to coax her a bit now, having snapped at her for endangering my life. "Now, change them pronto, babe." She began to do as I commanded, then nicked one of her nails on the torch's battery compartment and winced. Look, just give the thing to me, for God's sake, I said, grabbing the torch from her. Within 10 minutes, I had the battery compartment open and was just starting to change them over when the cupboard door behind us split in two, exposing two sweaty, feathered trotters clasping terrifying clumps of slightly pointy flay bells. We were doomed then, about to be consumed by a crazed Christmas lunch because Roz and her ilk couldn't remember to pack a decent supply of appropriate batteries at Christmas time. And she couldn't even grab my hand for fear of retching again. The poor cow. That's all from me. I wish you all a terror-stricken Christmas.